Monumental Moments, where we live to multiply His movement. I'm Melissa Motschenbacher, and this is a place we passionately pursue and proclaim Jesus. Today's monumental moment on the Fuel for the Harvest podcast is titled, Caught Up in the Moment. Well, you got yourself in another boondoggle, is exactly what my father-in-law would have said if he was there, and I have to tell you, he was right. I had exited the taxi and entered into the Denver International Airport, and I was briskly walking along to security and then down the escalator and onto the train to head to the terminal with my husband. At least that was the plan. But honestly, instead, I was held up in the train for a bit, quite literally. It's comical now, and I can laugh about it now, but it wasn't at the moment. I had rushed onto the train just before the doors were closing, squeezing into that last available space possible. The train took off quickly and everybody was kind of fighting for their balance and personal space. It had to have looked like a scene from a movie. Unfortunately, it was all too real. Suddenly I realized I was stuck. My long hair was tangled and closed in the train door, and I couldn't move until the doors reopened at the next stop. My husband seized the moment at the time and took the opportunity to take a photo and laugh simultaneously. I'm sure it looked quite funny to everyone else on the train. I was stuck dead in my tracks, and not by choice. I couldn't move even if I wanted to. As I stood there waiting for the next train stop, I had a couple moments to think. I realized how quick it all transpired, and it was really a great visual representation of how easy it is to get tangled physically and even spiritually. Have you ever found yourself in a situation that you could have prevented? Looking back in hindsight, you may realize that you could have made better choices or prepared more or even taken precautionary measures along the way. Hebrews 12, 1-3 says, Therefore, since we are surrounded by such a great cloud of witnesses, let us throw off everything that hinders and the sin that so easily entangles, and let us run with perseverance the race marked out for us, fixing our eyes on Jesus, the pioneer and perfecter of faith. For the joy set before him, he endured the cross, scorning its shame, and sat down at the right hand of the throne of God. Consider him who endured such opposition from sinners, so that you will not grow weary and lose heart. There was no way I was running in this moment. I was entangled. I had to use this as another teaching moment and ask myself, what is hindering or entangling me spiritually? What can I do better to run a better race for God with perseverance as I fix my eyes on Jesus? How about you? We're running a race that leads to eternity. We have to fix our eyes on Jesus and run the race marked out for us and throw off everything that easily entangles us and hinders us. Let's not wait until we get stuck, quite literally. Listen to the Holy Spirit in your life and His convictions and follow His lead. How can you make monumental moments and multiply His movement today?